Okay, everybody, it's a great pleasure to welcome you all to this year's MMIV conference entitled Enabling Imaging Technology to Transform Patient Care. This conference is somehow special since it goes hybrid, with up to 50 people present physically, which is very nice, but most people attending through the web. I sincerely want to welcome all of you and hope that you will enjoy the conference. First, a little practical information for those of you attending physically. The lunch will be served so that people serve themselves and ensure distancing 1 meter at all time points. You could use the coffee machine and water dispenser, also looking into distancing. And we should primarily use this room for mingling and not the hallway. It is also important that if you use the wireless internet, that you use Eduroam and not the GuestNet, and not to compete with the webcasting. So please use Eduroam if you need internet connections for your devices. We will start out this day with a musical prelude. And that is by 3 wonderful young musicians who have recently graduated from Grieg Academy Master Studies. That is Iris Resanen on piano, Finlay Hare on cello, and Hanna Weitz on violin. They will play a piece by Edward Elgar, Salut D'amor, and afterwards they will play a little Christmas tune for us. Please, trio Haveri. this really put us in the mood of the season coming up. Thanks a lot for starting the conference so brilliantly. Thanks a lot. Then I am to introduce Renate Grüner. She will give us a welcome address. She is the Director of Research at Haukeland University Hospital in Helse Bergen. And she's also the former head of MMIV. So she has very much shaped MMIV to be what it is today, and we have a lot to thank her for. She has always been a big advocate for using technology and move it forward to patient care. So it's very a good thing to invite her to give us a welcome address at the conference with this topic. Please, Renate, we're happy to have you here.
Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you so much, Ingfrid. Thank you so much, and everybody, for allowing me to welcome you, open this conference. I'm very honored to do this task. MMIV has a really nice conference again. It's the 3rd annual conference, and I would like to welcome everyone to participate in the conference, both MMIV, friends and colleagues, international speakers, conference attendees, and of course, giving the format maybe just hello world. The topic of today is enabling imaging technologies and transform patient care. And even after decades of tremendous development within imaging technologies, I would say we're still at the adolescence. We still have MRI examinations where we need to use like 30 minutes or an hour to do a complete examination. We still have to recall our patients to improve our examinations because the image quality was too poor. And there is still a tremendous gap between our opportunities in research and how they are exploited in the clinic. And transformation, it's not really a stepwise incrementation of how we would change. Transformation, that's a huge change. We would really like to change things and patient care. And MMIV, Mohn Medical Imaging and Visualization Center, is at the heart of the hospital, Haukeland University Hospital, and really holds the potential to change and contribute to the patient care. MMIV is a group highly interdisciplinary, seamlessly integrated not only in the hospital but also in patient care. And we have strong collaborations with the university and the University College in Bergen. So it really has the ability to do this transformation. Much of the activities are also towards medical artificial intelligence or machine learning, which also has shown the potential to change diagnostic referral, but also decision support systems. I'm sure we will have lots of excellent presentations today from our friends and international speakers, and also from local contributors. So I'm very, very much looking forward to this. With this, I would like to open the conference and wish you all the best for these days and the best to pursue the research in MMIV in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Renate. This was very, very inspirational from the former head. There we go, good. So then we will give the voice to a friend in Oslo, Vibeke Vallevik. She is the head of BigMED project. The BigMED project is a big project that has been ongoing, an NRC-funded project for quite some years, led by Oslo and Vibeke Vallevik on implementation of precision medicine. And we got this phone call from them a few months ago asking, or discussing, what about building a national competence network for artificial intelligence in healthcare? Do you want to contribute and be partners in that? Which, of course, MMIV would love to be. So, after discussions, we have found out this is an initiative that we will support. And of course, we would love to be the first conference starting this AI in healthcare relay. Here illustrated by Alexandra and myself receiving the baton at their last conference in October recently. So then we will give Vibeke Vallevik a welcome, her chance to give a welcome address and tell a little to us.
I'm very happy to be with you today, even though I'm not actually with you. I put on a jacket so I would feel a little bit more part of where you are. I am very happy to see that MMIV can continue on and take the baton and move forward with this competence sharing relay, which I think is very important. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our project, just a brief introduction, and maybe hopefully that will give you a little bit of a perspective to bring into what you're going to be listening to today and tomorrow. So BigMED, the BigMED project is a lighthouse project, an ICT lighthouse project that has been managed from Oslo University Hospital. And we have been going for 4 years and we are in the closing phase now. So it is funded by the Research Council, and we had this vision about laying the foundation for an ICT platform to implement precision medicine, sort of get it from the research and all the fantastic things that are going on, and sort of how do we move that into the clinic? And we wanted to pave the way for that. So we started with 3 different disease cases, clinical cases, and worked through the needs there, developing tools and techniques and methodologies. And through that, we found a lot of barriers and we started working on these. So first, before we dive into that, I just want to mention quickly how we define precision medicine, because I know there are several different interpretations out there. So for us, this means just going from this, looking at patient groups and diagnosis groups and moving into looking at the individual characteristics of a patient to a larger extent. That is both molecular diagnostics like genomics and so on, but also looking at images, using AI techniques to go through all the data from a patient, sensors, absolutely everything. So it's a wider picture. So in that sense, for us, precision medicine is a lot about health data and how we can use it. So I think that's the important part there. So what we did, we have around 20 or more so partners in the project. And I think an important point there is this cross-competence way we have been working, which I would really like to advocate for. We had the clinical groups, the industry, academia, and a legal network, a quite extensive network of legal practitioners within precision medicine that have been working together in creating these tools. And that's where we see that we tend to all agree on a high level, but when you get into the details, that's when you find the difficult parts, and that's where it's fun to work. So we created this pill to say these are the things that need to be in place to implement precision medicine. And it's about the legal, organizational, infrastructure, and about how we use data. So how we capture it, what standards and formats, how we analyze it, and how we bring it to the point of care. How do we apply it? How do we communicate it to the decision makers? So all of these topics are very important. Just an example from what we have done, we started creating a tool for sharing of genomic variants, meaning one single variant that and the position it has and how we interpret that to be something that causes disease or not. And it's very important for the laboratories to share this information between them. Now, we made this tool and then we started discussing, but is it legal? Can we use, is it anonymous data, or does GDPR inhibit us from using this? So our legal team then took the challenge, and they started to create this legal methodology for how to evaluate what is anonymous enough and can you use it. And so we concluded that we could, and we posted a variant on our webpage. You can see it right there to the right. I was not arrested, luckily, and we managed to gather all the stakeholders in the legal community in Norway, from both Data Protection Agency, the ministry, the directorates, and everyone, getting them into the room and discussing these cases on a very detailed level. And I find that discussion is very important, this cross-competence discussion where you have IT people, clinicians, legal experts, everyone discussing really, really concrete examples. That's when kind of the magic happens, as we saw it. So we are very, very happy that MMIV will take on this relay now, so that we can continue to share competences and have this discussion going, because there is still a lot of work to be done. And I'm very, very excited to hear what you all have to present these next couple of days. Looks like a very, very interesting agenda, and I'm excited. Thank you.
Thank you, Vibeke. It's a very nice project that we're kind of continuing now with the national initiative, following the BigMED project. So thanks a lot for joining effort and reaching out to us. I was going to give also a little introductory talk, and I chose to name it MMIV Stepping Up. And what are we actually stepping up for, and how is this conference a part of it? I was trying to summarize a little for myself, what is actually the status of MMIV as per now in 2020? What do we comprise? Well, many of you have seen the nice picture or photo of that very diverse group of people gathered at Solstrand about a year ago. And we are doctors, radiographers, physicists, mathematicians, computer scientists, medical visualization experts, psychologists, molecular biologists, master's students, and PhD students, of course, research students. So actually we are a bunch of people with very diverse backgrounds trying to bridge gaps between our sciences. And that is a task really we're striving for, and I think we are actually quite unique in that sense. And what else have we achieved so far? This is the third MMIV conference that we are organizing. Previous conferences have had more than 150 participants. Now it's around 200 registered. Hopefully many more are attending virtually, since we have gone online this year. And we have had more than 70 scientific publications since our inauguration 3 years ago. So I think we can be proud of what we have achieved. Nevertheless, we try to move on and step up. We have also been in the media during the last year, showcasing that it makes a difference what we do. And we have, not the least, had a very good year being co-localized in Ulriksdalen at the top floor with a very nice view, with a coffee machine, and lots of good opportunities for mingling. So I think we have been very privileged this year, which has also been very rewarding, I think, both socially and hopefully also scientifically, that we really have the opportunity to work together. And this is really due to a very close collaboration in this aspect between Haukeland sykehus hosting us. Formally, we are under their umbrella, but with a very heavy partnership with UIB and Western Norway, University of Western Norway. So actually all have a big part in this. And we also have a very close collaboration with vendors, which is important to us. So that is something to be happy about. And really, what are the areas that we currently are quite active in and that we are pursuing and trying to step on in? The core research areas at MMIV, I would say, is centered very much into machine learning and AI initiatives headed by Alexander and Arvid Lundevold at Haukeland. Very nice people, as you see depicted here. We have also a very big activity within gynecologic cancer imaging, headed by myself, Kragstad Haukeland in particular, some of the PIs, and not to forget visualization. That has been a very big an asset to the center, that they have really actively taken part in many of our projects with Norska Smith, Hausa and Grüner. Neuroimaging with Spect, Oltedal and Grüner. Some of them, just to put some names and photos that can help you. And then the focus on research packs, digital biobank, preparation for that at a much higher level than only imaging data or radiological data, and the workflow integrated machine learning project that was funded by the Norwegian Research Council, with particularly Hauke Bach in focus and Lundevold and Haukeland. So there are lots of diverse projects with very competent groups pursuing excellence within these fields. And I'm very proud to head a center with so many competent and hungry scientists wanting to make a difference. And then at last, we were awarded that we were to be a national network for personalized medicine and big data that should be hosted at MMIV. And this conference is somehow a part of that. We're stepping up. We are actually, this is the first conference trying to build that network on personalized medicine and big data. Of course, mostly in this context focusing on AI and imaging data, but that would be a part of it. So there are lots of exciting things in pipeline at MMIV, and we are very eager to see how it will proceed. And what motivates us really to be a part of this family and initiative? I think as a first step, or the easy way to say it would be that we bring together technological sciences and medical sciences with the aim of advancing the state of the art in medical imaging and visualization. That is, well, somehow perhaps boring, but but for those interested in medical imaging and visualization, it's magic. That is one thing. But I think perhaps more important is that we look a little behind that, not only at what we can do for the sciences within medical imaging and visualization, we look to how can this make a difference? How can we define markers that say something about human disease, prognosis, what treatment to give the patients, and individualize therapy so that people get a better life? That is the ultimate goal. But of course, we need the first part to succeed. So that's part of our big vision that we all work for. And to help us out, we also have an excellent scientific advisory board that we are willing to help us in the way. Professor Bernhard Breim, that we'll hear soon, Professor Anders Persson, Anders Dale, and Bradley Erickson. All highly merited scientists that have succeeded in their fields and that can help us guide the track to still step up and achieve more in the future. So we're very grateful for that. So then I want to welcome you again to this conference. I think the topics that will be covered are very diverse, from virtual reality for medical treatment and education, AI interpretation, of biomedical imaging and genetic data, that will be first today. And then the poster presentation session, I think, will be hilarious. So that you shouldn't miss out on that. That is really lots of fun waiting. And I think also it's fantastic that we are able to do this now in the corona times that actually limit us somehow. But we are stepping up, trying to use new platform, getting help from very talented technicians, and now we are here. So that's Wonderful. We will, after lunch, see more about models and solutions for translating machine learning into clinical practice and advanced imaging visualization for treatment and evaluation in neurology. So different sessions with more diverse topics. And tomorrow, we will have more about gynecologic cancer, MRI in cervical uterine cancer, molecular imaging in cancer, more in general, and neurology, and neuroimaging and visualization. So there is a lot of good things to look forward to, and I hope you will enjoy the program and participate actively through the Concord chat, and also for those of you that are here by asking questions. This would not have been possible without also the support from our sponsors, and they will also have some industry keynote presentations at the end of the conference tomorrow. So that we also look forward to that, get an update on the latest state-of-the-art imaging technologies that we really are dependent on. So I am proud to say that I feel that MMIV is stepping up. We try to step up, and by having this conference now, we also try to step up. And I hope you will enjoy the conference, and that you also will join our vision to make technology move to precision imaging for better patient care. Thanks.